Have we got some good questions for this week?
I've got 3 fantastic questions this week.
Lovely.
This has cropped up a couple of times. I know the principle, but what is the difference between a Sankey and a shower?
Good question. By definition, a shower is actually a black fish with a red and white pattern. But you look at the shower and it doesn't look like a black fish often. A few things that you can use as a guide are shower will almost always have black markings actually on the head of the fish. They will have black markings below the lateral line.
Yeah.
And the type of black that you have on a shower, it's more of a black that wraps around the fish.
Like a band, isn't it?
Yes.
A lot thicker band.
That's right. Now a Sankey is basically a white fish with a red and black pattern.
Less black usually, isn't it?
Like a kohaku. Imagine you've got a kohaku and you add some black dots onto it.
Yeah.
Then you've got a Sankey.
I know the principle, but there is sometimes I look and I'm not quite sure.
Sometimes it's not obvious, especially if you're looking at a photograph, because obviously when you see a photograph of a fish, it's top down, isn't it? Straight down. And sometimes you can't actually see around the belly of the fish. But the giveaway ones are black on the head, black below that lateral line, and that black that's just wrapping around the whole fish. Are you up for a challenge, Wendy?
Yeah, let's have a challenge, Lee. What do you want me to do?
I'm going to give you 15 seconds to name as many different varieties of fish that you can find from this long run.
Have I got to go down tank by tank? Practice this, anybody, and I don't know what it's going to be like, so...
15 seconds, go.
Soragoi, Chagoi, Yamabuki Ogun, Shiratsuri, Kahaku, Ogun, Budo Goromo, Showa, Yamabuki.
I think you're running over, Wendy. The time is going off. Next question then, please.
Next question. It's about advice when building a pond. Not so much a question, more of a... Is it something that people should come in and have a conversation about?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And it's always something that people come in, they want to build a pond, and to me it's like a massive subject, and it's where to begin.
Okay. So I think what we're getting at there is, when is the best time to get advice about building a pond?
Yes.
The shop's open 7 days a week, and we're always happy to see any customer come, and we'll do our very best to help you. But sometimes when you're looking for something a bit more advice, where it's a discussion, and we're offering lots of different alternatives and things, it can take not just 10 minutes or even an hour. We can be here sometimes till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So if ever anybody wants to give us a call and book an appointment to come and see us on the evening time, with view to doing a discussion about building a pond or something like that, where it's going to take some proper time, if we do it on an evening, we can do it, and we can do it properly. We can do it without all of the interruptions and distractions that happen in the shop. And of course, a lot of the time, people ring me up and ask me to go out to see them, because there's no substitute for me coming out and spending some time at home with you. We can have a look at your garden, see where you're going to put the pond, and when I can see things, I can often come up with ideas that we would never think of in the shop. Hi, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming down to the shop.
Hi, nice to meet you too. Hi, I'm Sanjay Kotuako. I'm from London, live in Epsom, quite new to the hobby. And so I was just thanking the gentleman for assisting and helping us new hobbyists for starting this koi keeping. I actually did a DIY pond It's about 9 meters long and 2.5 meters wide.
That's a good size.
Thank you. Yeah. And about a month ago, my daughter studies at Nottingham University. So whenever I come to drop her or pick her up, I come over here. Last time I came and bought about 15-20 fish. And you were very kind. You allowed me to fetch them myself. So I had lovely time picking them, turning them, looking at them as well. So thank you very much. So I quite enjoy this.
Thank you. How are the fish doing that you
They've grown so much over the summer. So this was at the beginning of summer, like around June, when I came to pick up my daughter after university. Bought not so expensive, but smaller ones. Quite a lot of them. I think I bought about 15 of them.
No.
Is that it?
No, that's they just needed to make the point that people can make an appointment.
Oh, they can.
And like
definitely.
we say, a lot of the time people are just saying, I want to build a pond, and we have to start asking them questions. They're not sure of the answers. Sometimes they don't even know what questions they need to ask at that stage. It's almost like a two-step process of.
Most people have got about 100 questions or so that they're firing off when they're building a pond. And a lot of them questions I answer in them videos that I've done.
Yeah.
So
that's a good
what I always
point.
ask people to do is watch those pond construction videos, because they will give you an awful lot of answers, and answers that are relevant, good quality answers that will actually generate a load more questions.
Yes.
The questions that people have are often, they do seem quite simple, and you think it's going to be a one-word answer. It's just not.
No.
You get into this discussion and it's backwards and forwards, and if nothing else, we want to be honest and helpful to people. So if you ever fancy ringing up to make an appointment, and by all means, get on the phone. I'm sure we can help you there.
We can always help.
Definitely.
Yep.
Or can come and see you.
Okay, we've cleared that one up, I think. Hopefully we've made our point there. I think you ought to do it as well, but yours is going to be a bit more tricky now, because you're going to have to do all the ponds. Are you still having 15 seconds on the clock?
15 seconds on the clock, as many different varieties as I can find.
Okie dokie.
Right, Yamabuki Ogun, oh dear, Ginrin, Deutz, Ginmatsuba, Achiba Sagora, Chagoi, Harawaki, oh dear.
That was not good. And then I've had a lady this week, I think she's just starting off a pond. She was buying a few fish and she wanted to know whether it was worth investing in a pond vac.
So a pond vac is definitely a useful accessory. Yep. Sometimes it'll be more useful for doing things like cleaning your filter system, not necessarily just your pond that you're going to need to clean. A lot of koi ponds will have a bottom drain, and a lot of the sediment will naturally be pulled into the bottom drain. But with a pond vac, you will definitely find a use for it one way or another. I like to use them, for instance, you know, when you've got them horrible sponges that are thick with sludge, and you can keep washing them with the hose pipe or whatever, they never come clean, do they? Well, you get a pond vac and you stick that pond vac on that sponge and suck all that sludge out.
Like going to the dentist and getting all that plaque off your teeth.
And also, a pond vac, they're not expensive things, are they? How much are they?
Well, we've got some in the shop, £99.
A no-brainer, really.
Yeah, and they're really good. And it's a good quality one. It's the Bermuda one, £99. And then I think we've got the Oaza ones that do go up a little bit in price. Yeah. But,
well, I've used that Bermuda one a couple of times when I've been doing ponds for customers, and they're pretty decent. I mean, they're £99. They're a great piece of kit for
they're a great way to get in that dirty water out the pond, discharging it to waste, and then you're doing a good water change in your pond and topping your pond up, which then leads us on to like the dechlorinators, put your dechlorinated water back into your pond.
Well, a lot of people, I mean, how often have you been asked about a vacuum that returns the water.
Yeah,
to the pond.
they think the water's going to return.
That's not how they work, is it?
No.
What a pond vacuum does, there'll be a tank, the water's sucked out of your pond, builds up in the tank, and then when the tank is full, it'll shut off and it'll drain the tank to waste. That is the way it has to work. You can't really return that water back into the pond, because if you did, it would be thick with sludge and muck. It'd be dirty.
I think people think it's recycling it and they're purifying it and it's going back into the pond clean, but that's not how they work. No,
it doesn't work like that.
No.
A normal vacuum cleaner is obviously sucking air and dust through a bag, but as soon as it gets wet, nothing would go through that bag. It just block up. Dechlorinating, definitely, that's an important thing to think about.
I was just saying it hand in hand with the pond vac, yeah.
Did you see what I put on Facebook last week?
Your promotion last week, if I remember rightly, was your dechlorinator, and were you throwing in one of your free water meters?
Yes.
See, I do watch.
Dechlorinator with a water meter,
Yeah.
what a bargain,
I
free.
know. You need that water meter. Yeah, you
well,
need
what that water meter does is, first of all, it lets you see how much water you've used, how much water you've used over the period of time you've had the dechlorinator, but also it allows you to see how quickly the water is passing through the unit. And by rights, you're actually meant to run only about 4 litres a minute through those things.
Yeah.
So you can see exactly what you're doing, what flow you've got going through it with one of them water meters.
And they are massive now. They put in good 15, 20, they were about 15 centimeters and they're now about 20, 27 centimeters.
They grow so quick, don't
they? grow phenomenal.
And how long did you say you'd had a pond for?
This is my second year, so not long.
Right.
I had because I'm a DIY pond keeper.
Yes.
So I do most of it myself. It's fiberglass. I got a company to do the fiberglassing, but I'm doing little. It had a leak for about 3-4 years. I was struggling with the leak. About 2 years ago, managed to get it on. Now it's all fine. It's brilliant now.
Excellent. That's great to hear. I really appreciate you coming down, and I just thought I'll grab the camera because it sounds like you've got a lot of interesting things to say.
Yeah, and I wanted to thank you more than anything because it was your guidance. You put a video of a 3D image and all, how to build, how to pump, how to put the outflow pipe, make sure. So I got all that knowledge from your videos.
You're very welcome to it.
So thank you very much.
Good to hear. And enjoy having a look around today.
I will do.
I'm sure you'll find some nice fish again.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, sir. Thank
all
you.
the best. And keep going. It's very helpful.
We
for
will.
all of us.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you again for watching. We always appreciate people watching our channel, and hopefully keep subscribing, and we'll still be putting out some videos during the winter period, so keep watching because we'll keep coming up with new ideas and trying to make it interesting for everybody. But yeah, thanks for watching.
If you have any questions, put them in the comments below.